Hello everyone, my name is Sara Dietschy, rhymes with Peachy. Got the very itchy Christmas sweater on right now. Hopefully this video is going to help you for the video creators that you have in your life. This is a really fun gift guide because, well, I know a thing or two about videos and content creation. Shout out to Best Buy for sponsoring this video. The amazing gifts I have back here were provided by Best Buy, and I'm gonna be gifting them to my entire family very soon, so you wanna stick around for that. Best Buy helps you get your shopping done. They have an amazing gift center on their website, their mobile app, where they break gifts down based on category, who it's for, the prices, there's so much tech. I love tech, so it really helps you save time. And also Cyber Monday is around the corner, so you can start saving on deals starting very early, November 27th and 28th. Gift Center is the place to be. Check out bestbuy.com. Okay, gift breakdown. We have the new GoPro 10 for my skater fiance. I'm so excited about that. We have a record player for my mom, a fancy coffee espresso machine for my brother. Last but certainly not least, we have a fancy beverage fridge because my dad just redid his home office, some new paint, some new furniture. So I feel like he's gonna be stoked on this. I'm very excited about this. But let's get into this gift guide. There are going to be so many links in the description below. A lot of the stuff you can find at bestbuy.com. And honestly, y'all, this is itchy. So I'll see you over there without the sweater. Okay, so let's get into this gift guide for video creators. So no matter who that is in your life, maybe it's you. Maybe you're a video creator and you need to buy something for yourself this holiday season. And hopefully this will help, all the parents, brothers and sisters also who have, those aspirational YouTube family members. So I'm gonna break it down in category, so microphone, lights, cameras, and then also by beginning, intermediate, and pro. So I'm gonna be mentioning a lot of the stuff that I use in my everyday YouTube production. So yeah, hopefully you'll have a lot of options. Okay, let's get into it. I wanna start with microphones. So a lot of these beginning levels starts with a phone because I don't have my phone. So let me grab my phone. One of the best places to start when it comes to content creation is your phone. If you have a modern phone from the past 4 to 5 years, like a modern smartphone, you're gonna be golden. The pictures, the video that you can get out of these devices is amazing. You can shoot 4K, you can shoot, beautiful portrait pictures. And so I would say the best microphone option to begin with is a lav that you can plug directly into an iPhone if you have a phone. So it's a connector via the lightning port, and it's only $29. And what lav mics do really great, it's actually what I'm wearing now. Say a little mic. Hello, check, check. If I was recording the audio just on my phone, it would be really great if I was this close to it recording the audio. But say if I go all the way back here, you wouldn't be able to hear me very well on the phone, but if I had a lav microphone on like I do now, it's still crystal clear. So that's what's great about lavs, is it stays with you wherever you go. You can get that for only 29 bucks. And so as we move on to middle pro level, we start getting into, you have a camera, you have a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, or maybe a point and shoot. And that means that you have a hot shoe or a cold shoe on top of your camera, and you can plug a microphone directly in to get better quality audio. So a lot of times the internal audio for cameras isn't that good. So I would highly recommend a Rode Video Mic Go. Now this is a Rode mic that is only $99. I personally use the Pro version of this when I need a shotgun mic on top of my camera, but this Video Mic Go will get you almost all the way there. It sounds fantastic. Now for you pros out there who wanna just take it to the next level, the Rode Wireless Go mics are amazing. It's what I'm using right now. Check one, two. These start at $199 and you can buy the additional lav for $79. And this is so crazy because I remember back in the day when I started, oh my God, that's only what old people say. Back in my day, the receivers and transceivers of wireless lav systems were huge. They did not look like this. Look how tiny this is. So this is the transceiver that is sending the signal to my wireless receiver that's on top of that camera right now. That's the audio that you're hearing right now with this lav and the receiver transceiver. They're wirelessly transmitting. That's a wireless lav system. And the fact that this starts at $199 is crazy. And if you don't want to buy this law of here, well, you can actually just use the actual transceiver as a mic. It has a microphone on top. So this, people always ask about my audio for my videos. Go back almost a year and most of the audio is gonna be on this system that starts at $199, which is just crazy. I'm such a big fan of these, the system, and now I'm just talking about them for so long. Okay, so moving on to cameras and lenses. Okay, so you've decided to take the next step beyond your phone, right? So I'm actually gonna do this section in reverse. I'm gonna talk about what I use and then we'll go down the price tiers, okay? So I'm a big Sony fan. A lot of what I'm focusing on this video is what I know and love is good. I'm not necessarily being platform agnostic, if that's okay. So I'm a huge fan of Sony. I use the FX6s, that's what I'm recording with right now, but that's like cinema cameras, and I just recently started using them, so definitely not a place to start. I love the FX3 and I love the A7S3. Now, all of those three Sony cameras are kind of in the same family, but when it comes to stepping up your video production and you want kind of just like the top of the top, and you're a video creator, I would say the A7S3 is so clutch. You can do 4K, 120 frames per second. You can record 422 10-bit footage, and if you don't know what that means, well, it means it's crispy. It looks good. Sony skin tones have finally gotten so good, and the footage straight out of cameras just in the standard picture profile has become just so good. So it's also amazing in low light. So if you're a video first creator and you want to upgrade to a camera that's going to last you the next 5 years, you can do client projects on it, the Sony A7S III. Oh, it is so good. Say you're more of a hybrid video photo shooter. I would recommend the new Sony A7 IV. Now, again, these are expensive cameras. So if you're a hybrid shooter, video, photo, maybe look out for a used Sony A7 III. That's right behind the 4 that just came out. The Sony A7 IV shoots 10-bit 422. I mean, it's a really good looking camera. People are comparing it to the more expensive A7S III now. But if you're looking for more budget, go used. There's a lot of Sony A7 IIIs out there, and man, that camera's just, it's good. Before I move on to the mid-tier budget, I would just like to quickly shout out my favorite lenses because I feel like people ask me this a lot. Now again, this is more aspirational. This is more for like you're doing video as a job or you want to take YouTube super seriously and make it your job. I'm not saying to do stocking stuffers with $2,000 Sony G Master lenses. Unless you're like the coolest parent ever. That would be insane. Not coolest parent, just like richest parent ever. My go-to lens for almost everything is the Sony G Master 24-70 f2.8. I love this lens so much. Pretty much all of the A-roll that you've seen for the past year has been shot on that lens. So that answers a lot of the questions I get on Twitter, like, hey, what's that go-to lens? And my second favorite, and this comes at a more affordable price point, and you get a lot of the functionality, I would say even more than the 24-70, is the 24-105 f4. So you're not gonna get as bokeh-y of a background, and I know people say, hey, Sarah, it's bokeh. I can never get that through my thick skull, but the 24-105 is amazing. You will probably never shoot with anything else. So those two, I'm a big fan of. And having that f2.8 sometimes just pushes your A-roll to the next level if you need some help with separating yourself from the background, making it a little bit more blurry. Okay, so let's talk about mid-range. And again, these are things that I can speak to because wow, the Sony RX100 has been a big part of this YouTube channel and my life, just documenting my life and also recording actual YouTube videos on a small point and shoot. Now the RX100 V starts at $999, so I know that might still be kind of steep for a mid-tier camera. Now you can find a lot of RX100s used, which might be a good option, but the RX100 I would say is for the people who care about video and photo. It has that megapixel count, it has a dedicated lens, and it's basically an all-in-one just point and shoot camera that is great for both of those things. Like it has the video features, it has the photo features where you can shoot a lot of photos in burst mode and all of that. But I will say, if you're more of a video focused person, or if you're shopping for more of a video focused person, the Sony ZV-1 is one of the best point and shoots I've ever used, and it comes in at a lower price tag at $749. It has really cool video features where you can like skin smooth within the camera. It shoots in 4K, it has slow frame rates. It also has a mode called like product feature mode, where if you bring in, this chapstick. Wow, it's so amazing. Okay, you see my camera isn't focusing on the chapstick, but the ZV-1 that is like 1/7 of the price the camera I'm shooting with will automatically focus on this. So if you have a aspiring makeup YouTuber who's always showing her eyeliner, this is why a lot of YouTubers, makeup YouTubers do this. Hey guys, look at this new eyeliner I have. Oh, it's not focusing, so they put their hand behind. Hey guys, this new eyeliner is the rage. I use the black brown and it goes with my mascara. So the ZV-1 has quirky features like that where you don't have to put your hand behind, you know, the product to highlight some product stuff. If you're wondering why it does that, these cameras autofocus really well because they're tracking your face. So you kind of have to cover up your face in order for it to get focused on something. Is it focusing?
Yep.
Is it not is it focusing on my face now?
Yep.
Yeah. You learned something. And I know we're going backwards here, so the beginner budget, I would say go with an app on your phone. Again, apologies, these phone shoutouts are more iPhone centric, just because usually a lot of people develop for only iPhone. So this app, Filmic Pro, is so good. It's only $14 and it's so good about getting kind of these pro level features for your phone. So just simple things like you can separate auto exposure and autofocus. So if I want to expose for the outside but focus on me, you can do that in this app. And you just have so much flexibility with shooting in different formats and resolutions and slow motion and monitoring audio, which is huge. So by simply just downloading an app on your phone, you can really like up the quality, up the level that you're shooting at. And it seems like, wow, this person's fancy. They know what they're doing. The quality, amazing. Another app I will mention is DoubleTake. Oh my gosh, this thing is so cool. I'm just gonna do a quick demo. Okay, this DoubleTake app is so cool. Basically, if you want multiple angles at the same time, this helps you do that. So say I'm interviewing John. Hey John, what do you think about the stock market right now?
It's booming.
It's booming. Okay, and then if you want to, you know, switch from a pip, that's what we're doing now, to split screen, you can do it just like that. And now we're in split screen. Set it up on a tripod, and you're like in an interview, you know? Do anything fun for the holidays?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna hang out with family. It's gonna be great.
Awesome. Good deal, John. And the cool thing about that DoubleTake app, it's actually only $199, so it's even less expensive as Filmic Pro. So I think that gives you a good head start if you don't actually have video equipment, but you have, you know, the latest and greatest phone. It doesn't have to be the latest and greatest, just the past few years. Okay, so I'm gonna give you just a breather on this gift guide for a second because we gotta give away all of this amazing tech back here to my fam. The holidays are right around the corner, Cyber Monday. You know, we gotta start thinking gifts for the family, for the loved ones. And I have carefully selected all of these gifts for the people in my family. And I think it's time to gift them. Let's go. John, you get the first gift, okay?
I'm ready for it.
All right, here we go.
I'm ready.
They're not exactly wrapped, so we'll give it to him in this direction.
Wow, you didn't even wrap it for me?
Merry early Christmas.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Babe! I told you the other day I was gonna buy this. Too,
I know.
That's so funny.
And then I had to be like, hey.
Oh yeah, that's why you were all weird when I
don't.
told you that. You're like, I don't know, you don't really need it. Oh, this is amazing, babe. Did you just turn it around so we could hug? Babe, thank you.
Okay, hold on. We're waiting for my parents to come and John just casually was like, wow, who knew Best Buy just has everything? What a great selection. I'm like, no, the camera wasn't on.
Stay on camera. Hey, that's me.
Okay, well, the family. Okay, all right. Thank you, Sara. Best Buy.
Thank you, Best Buy. Thank you, Best Buy, for sponsoring this Christmas moment.
I am truly excited about this.
Okay.
Irony.
John, literally, fiance John, claimed the espresso machine for us. So sorry, where did you go? What is
I
happening?
just took a seat.
And then, so this is honestly like a white elephant because my brother is actually taking the fridge because my father was like, I don't need that in my office. And then this wasn't Jeannie's taking this instead of the record player.
I'm so happy.
I'm glad you're happy.
This is all I've ever wanted in life.
So hey, they might have switched gifts around, but everyone walked out with an early Christmas gift. Shout out to Best Buy for helping make that happen. Stay tuned for all of the deals coming this Cyber Monday. Remember, it is the Monday after Thanksgiving, but Best Buy's Cyber Monday deals start on that Saturday. So check out their website, check out their gift center, because it really helps you save time picking out the gifts so you can spend more time enjoying them with the family. That was fun. Gift giving is always fun. Okay, so on to the next category, and that is lighting. This is something I've had a lot of fun with over the past year because I just decided to care about it, and it actually makes a huge difference. You can have the best camera in the world and it can be a decent image, but man, you get a good light and it just levels it up. Okay, so let's start with a beginner tier. This is something that you can use with a phone. It's a ring light and it's only $39. This is really great, again, for the beginners because it can also double as a tripod. And the actual look of a ring light is something that aesthetically people in the makeup YouTube world actually like. They like seeing that ring in your eyeball. So if you want to appeal to kind of that crowd, that's almost like the norm, is having a ring light. And again, it's convenient because it's a good price. It holds your phone. Check, check, check. Going into the mid-tier lights, we are going to talk a little bit about Aputure lights, which I am a huge fan of. I use all over my studio, and I don't know much about lighting. It's kind of hard to admit that. I know a lot about cameras and computers, all that stuff, but I'm like, hey, I just want to point a light towards me and I just want to look pretty. Is that too much to ask? And Aputure was the first brand that came in at an affordable price point, and I just flip it on and I don't have to press any buttons and it just looks good. And I think that's where Aputure really, they found their stride. Okay, so these little guys are the Aputure RGB MCs. These are my favorite. The individual ones start at $90, and you can also get this cool charging travel case that starts at $529. So I understand that's pretty pricey, but the power of just one of these is so fantastic because, as you can see, it's also RGB. All of the colors. And these little Aputure MCs also come with a carrying case. They come with a little diffuser that you can put on top of it. So you could set this up on a tripod or a little Joby or magnetize it to something because there's magnets on the back. So you could literally just magnetize it to your fridge and start recording. And going into the CCT settings is where you can get the just normal white color, and you can go from daylight to super non-daylight, and you can just get a wide variety of looks from this guy and just light yourself for A-roll, like what I'm shooting here for YouTube, or you can light products with it. I throw these behind laptops, behind cameras, turn on the RGB mode and light up products. So it's just so versatile with what you want to shoot. And man, I think this is like really clutch because it's at a good price point and you can do so much with it. It's super versatile. Big fan. Okay, so I'm basically kind of doing like a 1, 2, 3 within just talking about Aputure lights. And so the mid tier for Aputure lights is their new Aputure P60C. This is basically like a big version of this guy. And it's really great. It's really good for mounting in a studio or going out and about. It actually comes with a travel case. It also comes with a diffuser and a grid. If you don't know, a grid is used for just more focused light on a subject when you're filming them. You can also hook it up to the Sidus Link app. So that's how you control Aputure lights via your phone, which is really cool. And that price is $349, which is just shout out to technology. You get a lot of features at that price point. When I was starting out with YouTube, I would just never imagine what you get for that price. I know it seems like I'm shilling for Aputure, but it's really cool because I feel like when I started, it was either like crappy Amazon lights or fancy Kino Flow lights that were just thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So just good time to be a video creator. Okay, and the last light that I want to shout out is, level 3. It is a little pricey. It's $545, and the accessory that I'm gonna recommend for it is $239. This is if like you're doing YouTube and it actually can be a job, or maybe you're doing interviews with people and you only need that one light that's just going to make your subject look beautiful. the Aputure 120D Mark II, plus the Light Dome 2. Wow. A lot of YouTube videos that I record, that is what I'm lighting myself with. This is actually the 300D, but that has so much power. You probably don't need that much power. The 120D does the job. It's just crisp daylight light, and the Light Dome 2 is so easy to break down and transport. If you have an extra 10 to 15 minutes during your shoot, yeah, you could go with the Light Dome 1, but the Light Dome 2 is where it's at. We have 2 more categories if you guys are still sticking with me, because being a video creator, well, you just need a lot of stuff actually. So what we have not covered yet are tripods and SD cards. I don't know how to count, apparently. So the thing with tripods is, gosh, there are just so many, so hopefully we can narrow it down for you. So when it comes to phone shooting, this Bauer 6-in-1 is really cool. It basically goes from a tripod to also a selfie stick for $19.99. There's also this Sunpack Platinum Plus tripod, which you're just gonna get a quality bump because, well, it's a real tripod, right? You can always buy a phone accessory to put on top of it, but I swear this tripod is kind of like what everyone starts with. It's like the tripod that you see all mangled and just worn out and used in a corner of someone's room who does video for a profession now. This is, we've all had this tripod, and it's 29 bucks. Okay, so let's hit this mid-tier here. This Manfrotto 290 tripod with a video fluid head is huge. I know $199 sounds really expensive, but tripods, pretty sure the tripods that we're using here are like upwards of $1,000. And then you have the fluid head on top of it. Sometimes it's a little much, you know, but you get so much value from this one. Manfrotto is a trusted brand, and also that video fluid head is huge if you are a video creator. You can use a photo tripod, but then you couldn't do these smooth pans like we're doing right now. Look at this smooth, that comes from a video fluid tripod head. Okay, and then say you are more of like a vlogger, right? And you're like, hey, I already got this tripod, or the person who you're buying a gift for, they already got a tripod, but they want to be more mobile and they want a mini tripod for their big camera, their mirrorless or DSLR camera. A lot of people love Joby Gorilla Pods. They're really flexible. You can like wrap your camera in a tree and stuff, which is fine. I had my time with the Gorilla Pods, but the Switch Pod is really cool because it not only was made by a YouTuber, which is just really cool. It is $99. The thing about the Switch Pod is it is so solid. I mean, when you grab it and you hold it and you're like vlogging, it's not gonna bend over like a Gorilla Pod. You're not gonna have to buy multiple Gorilla Pods because the joints start to weaken. So this is just really great to use as a mini tripod, have it sitting down on a desk, really easy to grab and just use as a, you know, like a vlogging stick pole thing. This one is hard. I'm learning that this is actually hard to put into words, why the Switch Pod is so cool. Basically, if you're considering a Gorilla Pod and you're mostly going to use it for vlogging or setting it down on stuff, consider the Switch Pod instead. And you are going to have to buy a Joby ball head on top of it because you don't want to have to only set the Switch Pod on flat surfaces, if that makes sense. And then level 3 tripod, it's pretty expensive. It's coming in at $5.99, but wow, it is one of my favorite travel tripods of all time. That's kind of a tongue twister. Travel tripod is the Peak Design carbon fiber travel tripod. The aluminum version is more affordable if you don't travel a lot, but the thing with the carbon fiber tripods is they are so light, they are so durable, and so it's really good if you need to throw it in a backpack, throw it in a suitcase. I forgot what they're called because I haven't traveled in so long. This is just my favorite go-to. I will say it is more of a photo tripod. The only reason why I say that is the ball head is meant for more photographers. It's not a fluid head like what we talked about earlier, but they have a lot of cool quirks where they basically have a phone mount that's like in the tripod that you unscrew and you can use it on the tripod, so it works for phone photography and videography as well, but just really high quality. I've had it for over a year now and it has just stood the test of time. Okay, wow. Honestly, guys, how long is this video? Are you still there? All right, well, I saved kind of the most boring for last, but this is so necessary for all the video creators out there, and also, this might make for a good stocking stuffer. If you're into that, putting $50 things into stocking stuffers. Again,
Only cool parents.
Only the cool parents. I feel like I'm like bullying parents in this video to like spend money on your kids. You're welcome, kiddos. SD cards. So the thing with SD cards, wow, there's a lot of different kinds, brands, speeds, what do you choose, right? So I'm a big fan of the Kingston V90 SD cards for the people who have the fancier cameras, okay? So if your person who you're buying this gift for, or you, has a camera over $2,000 typically, or maybe even more expensive, basically the point is if they're shooting something like 422 10-bit, hey Johnny, are you shooting 422 10-bit? On your camera, I need to know for a Christmas gift. If that's what you're shooting, you need a V90 SD card. And what I use, I'm a big fan of the Kingston V90s. The 128 gig version has the price of $93. But if you're shooting anything less than that, I'm a big fan of the Sidus Extreme Pro SD cards. And those come in at almost half the price at $49 for the 128 gig version. That storage size of 128 gigs is such a good sweet spot. You're not gonna film your entire life on it and then, you know, accidentally format the card and it all be lost, but also 128 gigs is the right amount of storage for, say, an entire trip of footage. But still, I would still offload your footage and your pictures every day. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. Hopefully I gave you some ideas. Thank you Best Buy for sponsoring this video and making that so fun, providing the gifts for my family. I love stuff like that. Brings a smile to my face when there's a smile on theirs. So if you want to learn more, go to Best Buy's Gift Center. It's a really cool page. They basically break it down based on price points, categories, who it's for, kind of what we did in this video. So make sure to check out that link in the description below. And until next time, like, sub, stay peachy. Okay, bye.